The secret behind Superman's powers that no one told you? Everyone knows Superman as that invincible hero who flies, has super strength, X-ray vision, can hear even a fly flying in space, and even wears underwear over his pants. A true comic book classic. But did you know that behind these incredible powers lie a ton of secrets, curiosities, and of course, some really funny details that DC Comics barely reveals? Hang in there, because today you'll find out everything. 1. Superman is basically a walking solar battery. Did you know that the source of Superman's powers is magic, or the result of an accident? In fact, he gets all his energy from the radiation of Earth's yellow sun. In other words, Superman is like that cell phone that only works when it's on the charger, but the charger is the entire sun. So, if one day his electricity bill goes up, he might lose his superpower. But the secret is that Superman isn't born weak compared to kryptonite. In fact, the radiation from the yellow sun gives him strength, and kryptonite is like a solar antenna that blocks this energy. In other words, kryptonite is like the superhero's bad Wi-Fi. 2. The origin of Superman's powers has everything to do with kryptonite. Or not. Well, Superman has super technology in the fibers of his costume. Of course, no one can really explain, but it's stronger than your favorite jeans. He only wears the cape for style, because flying is already super cool. Have you ever tried wearing glasses to disguise yourself and ended up tripping over your own shoe? Heat vision? He's just a bit of a cook. Yes, that is because Superman knows the best way to go unnoticed is to be the clumsiest journalist in the newsroom. Just imagine if he gets excited and decides to heat up Batman's coffee with a look, the result. He discovered that working, paying bills, and dealing with traffic is harder than fighting Lex Luthor. Moral of the story? Being a superhero is easier than being an adult. A Justice League fight will turn into a barbecue party. But sometimes he forgets that the superpower of invisibility doesn't exist in real life. The famous kryptonite. That green stone that weakens Superman and has even become a meme on your mom's refrigerator. In the early days of comics, artists were inspired by circus performers and wrestlers of the time who wore this outfit to appear stronger and more impressive. In other words, Superman is the first fitness influencer in history. Like it, subscribe to the channel for more videos full of humor and nerdiness. Comment on what you think of the most iconic superhero. And don't forget to share it with that friend who's also a DC fan. 3. Superman has a clumsy factor like everyone else. Even though he's practically invincible, Clark Kent, his secret identity, is a bit clumsy. That's why he avoids even suspicious-looking pools. You know, that don't trust green water thing? Superman knows it all too well. Even the most powerful of heroes needs a break. 4. He doesn't just need the sun. He needs the yellow sun. This explains why he sometimes couldn't beat up the intergalactic villains. It's like a temporary airplane mode for the hero. Incredibly, the red sun makes Superman so weak that he basically becomes a normal guy, and there's no point in trying to brag. Live. Superman is the master of indestructible clothing. Ever thought that, with all that strength, he could rip his own clothes off at any time? 6. Superman's so-called heat vision is unexactly a true. Laser superpower is more like having a microwave in his eyes. 7. Superman tried to be normal for a while. In some comics and movies, he tried to spend a season without powers to see what normal life would be like. 8. The real reason for the untucked underwear. Everyone makes fun of the red underwear over his pants, but there's an explanation. 9. Superman can't swim in pools of liquid kryptonite. Have you ever wondered what would happen if the hero went swimming and fell into a pool full of kryptonite? It would be the end of his superhero dream. It's 10. Behind the hero, there's a guy who just wants peace and quiet. Despite all the fame, powers, and responsibilities, Superman just wants to live in peace, have coffee with Lois Lane, and every now and then, take a break to watch a bad movie on TV. So, Did you like these fun facts and little secrets about Superman that almost no one tells you? Tell us which one you didn't know about.